Hi guys, welcome back. We have a dilemma, or I have a dilemma here with this bacon. Avocado. Yeah, so this is what's happened. The leaves have freaked out. A typical sook look on the tropical avocado. And I don't know why, but I'm not happy. I'm not happy because he's not happy. So this is what happened, guys. About a month ago, I had him out in the sun. Oh, by the way, he's in the pot. I've had him for a year. Well, 10 months in this pot. And he's been resting in that corner down there over winter, out of the wind, right? All winter he was in there, protected from wind, so he wouldn't fall over. And he was looking really spiffy. And a month ago, this happened. So, what have I been doing with him? I've been taking him out to the sun, out there. And as you saw in previous videos, he was suntanning with many of the other tropicals, right? So one of those days we had terrible wind, as we always do here, and the tree almost collapsed. You know, it was being thrown around like this. So what I did was I gave him a secondary stake. Now this is what I think has caused the problem. The semi-death. I staked in a secondary stake. I could be wrong. This is the original stake the tree came with a year ago, right? This wooden one. I gave it this steel stake a month ago, here out to the side, right? Not next to the trunk, but halfway from the trunk to the side of the pot. And that's when the problems began. So I don't know if it's the stake, this stake here, that's caused the problems with the leaves. And by the way, he stopped moving in the wind with this second stake. It helped. So what I did actually helped the tree. But it didn't help the leaves. So guys, what do you reckon? Is it the stake? Or is it too... It also looks like too much water, doesn't it? I haven't watered him at all in the last month. But he's been getting rain. It's rained a lot. Almost every day in the last month. Let me put him over here so you can see him better. It's rained almost every month. Right? So he's been getting a lot of rain during that time. So when you go into the soil, yeah, you got a little rain last night because it rained again. This section here is wet. That's wet in here. And this section isn't. It's dry. Well, the top is dry, but it's wet underneath. So, is this a case of wet feet? Or a case of me stabbing it to death? Huh? Which one is it? What do you guys reckon? Wet feet or the stabbing into the roots? In any case, whatever it is, I've had enough of looking at him every day, sooking. You can only take so much, guys. How much sooking can you take from a tropical tree? Before you say enough is enough. No, I'm not going to throw him out. It's pretty wet. Not wet, it's moist. It's moist, it's not wet. So he's not sitting in water. He's never sat in water. So I was planning on planting him in the ground. Like swim or sink. One of those things. Push him over the edge. Right? Because it's time for him to go in the ground anyway. I was planning on putting him in the ground in March, as I said in a previous video, after the summer heat wave was over. But I don't want to be looking at him like this all summer. I don't want that in my face every day. Every day. Good morning, sook. Good morning, sook. Nah, I don't want that. So I'm going to put him in the ground. If he's happy, I'm happy. If he's not, well, oh well. I guess so be it. Oh, and one other thing. Every tip for the last month has been trying to come out with new growth. That's been like that for a month. And nothing's moving. It's like a false alarm. And along here, right? These tips trying to open or move or push. Again, they've been in that standstill mode for a month. Right? So anyway, just to give you a close-up of what's going on. All right, guys. So I'm going to plant him in the ground. I didn't want to do it before summer, but I have to now. Now he's giving me a job to do. I'm going to cut off the top up here. Cut off his crown, so to speak, so the wind doesn't, you know, make it harder for him, and see how we go. So I've got 3 potential spots I can plant him. One is right in here, where that pot is, where a plum used to be. It's already dug out, ready to just plot in. A 5-minute job, and no back-breaking digging. That's one position, but it's full sun all day. It's 8 hours of sun in winter and 12 hours of sun, 12 or 13 hours of sun in summer. That's a lot of sun. That means he's going to need a screen all around him to protect from the hot sun, which means work for me, building a shade screen so he won't burn. And the reason he needs a screen is because he's all green. Green, 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 green. He's a little gringo. All the way down to the bottom. All the way down. He hasn't got any wood at all. Anywhere, not even at the bottom. Look at that. Except for the first inch. That's the only mature wood. So that means painting him. And I don't have the paint. I can get the paint, but I don't want to paint. I've never painted a tree. I've never done that. And I've never screened a tree from the sun using shade cloth. And I've had success without either one, right? Well, except in the early days when I didn't know what I was doing. My first 3 avocado trees died from direct sun in summer because I didn't do anything. I just put them in the sun like I showed you before over there. Just put it in the sun and walk away. By January, they were dead. The avocados were dead. They were scorched. Well, that was 12 years ago. So they need shade. That's what they need. And this second spot here, guys, between the persimmon, the fuyu, and the ex 20-year-old pear tree, which I pulled out. Well, didn't pull it out. I chainsawed it out. So in here, in this space, I can plant him. And he's already getting, wow, a lot of shade. Because of the worts. Courtesy of the worts. See the worts? Yeah, wow, how's that for a natural sunscreen? Don't need to build anything. So, I mean, it's still getting sun at the top, but I can easily cover that, the top part of him. But then at the bottom half of the tree is getting full protection from the, like I said, persimmon, which faces the morning sun, and the wurtz, which faces the all afternoon sun up there. Yep. So with this position here, I don't need to paint him. I only need very little screening, and I'm gonna cut him off anyway. If I cut it there, cut off the top 20 inches, well, he'll be more protected, right? Even more so. Oh man. And the third place is planting him here on the other side of the X pear, right here. So right there. Here he gets more sun though, more sun in the morning, and a lot less sun in winter. Like very little, maybe 3 or 4 hours of sun in winter in this position here. Right? Well, maybe 4 hours in winter. But again, the wurtz doing its thing of shading it out here and there, either side of the either side of this pear tree, which I'm not going to pull out. It's too big, too much work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the soil that's there, and then probably use a chainsaw to get rid of the last 6 inches of that pear tree, or just smother it with dirt, and that should kill it. So guys, there or there for the bacon avocado. Yeah, definitely not in full sun. No way, too much work. I have to create 1, 2, 3, 4 posts, shade cloth, shade cloth, shade cloth. It's not hard, but it's too much sun. You know, the proper way to do it is paint it and protect it with shade cloth, and I don't want to do all that. I'm reserving this hole here for the jamun, for this fella who loves hot sun. Yeah, this is a what do you call it? A true hero, right? This is going to be a huge tree, and I'm waiting for him to grow in the pot before I plant him. Jambulan, jamun, Java apple. He's got many names. That's who I want to get all that sun. Him. So guys, give your opinion on which way you would go before I start digging. I've got the wheelbarrow out. We're getting ready to do the job, so this needs a ASAP response. Thanks.